Hi everyone, how you doing? We've got a good one for you today. My name's Ivan Pereira and this is the little bit of the internet where I talk about news, culture and other things that matter to me. Start today's show with the news that a German bishop spent $55 million refurbishing his house and traveling to India to help out the poor. Because when you go to help out the poor, you need to travel first class. Now he spent all of this money refurbishing his house, and some of those things include a £20,000 bathtub, 1.1 million on his garden and another 4 million on a private chapel. Because when you go around helping the poor, you gotta come home and wash the smell of poverty out of you in a $20,000 bathtub, right? So Pope Francis, the contrarian of Rome, when heard about this, fired this bishop, and he said, and I quote, "A situation has been created in which the bishop can no longer exercise his episcopal duties." Props again to Pope Francis for putting these money-spending, power-grubbing people in line. Continue now with what might just have to be a recurring segment on this show: Americans doing dumb shit. Ever heard of the running of the bulls in Spain? Two American lawyers are bringing this event to America and having it run around like a circus. In this event, participants get to pay $70 to run from the bulls. Bulls are going to have their horns chopped off, and they're not really that aggressive. They'll be a smaller breed of bulls. Now, I was really surprised to hear that the tickets are selling really well, because personally, it took our species a long time to get on top of the food chain, so I have to go and spend $70 so I can run away from steaks and chops. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food? But from running bulls, we're going to talk now about black rhinos, and in case you didn't know, this species has dwindled by 97% since the 70s. There's less than 5,000 of these amazing animals back in the wild. And the entrepreneurial geniuses of the Dallas Safari Club are trying to save them. How? By auctioning off a chance to kill one. Which, if you think about it, it's a great idea. The more you shoot them, the rarer they'll be. They're auctioning off a chance to go to Namibia and actually hunt down and kill one of these animals. Animal rights groups are going insane over this, but the Dallas Safari Club says that it's a great way for capitalism to help protect this endangered species. Personally, I'd much rather pay to see one of these Dallas Safari Club members being chased down and mulled down by a black rhino. Now, that would be a great pay-per-view. Russell Brand, the actor and comedian, was interviewed by Jeremy Paxman on Newsnight last week, and he appealed for young people to abstain in elections and kind of called out for a revolution that he sees inevitable. Like him or not, this guy's got away with words. This is what I mean.
You don't have to listen to my political point of view, but it's not that I'm not voting out of apathy. I'm not voting out of absolute indifference and weariness and exhaustion from the lies, treachery, deceit of the political class that has been going on for generations now, and which has now reached fever pitch, where we have a disenfranchised, disillusioned, despondent underclass that are not being represented by that political system. So voting for it is tacit complicity with that system, and that's not something I'm offering up.
Well, why don't you
I'm not saying that the apathy doesn't come from us, the people. The apathy comes from the politicians. They are apathetic to our needs. They're only interested in servicing the needs of corporations.
And when he was asked what right he had to call out for revolution, or why people should listen to him, this is what he had to say.
Why is that not my right? Because I'm an actor. I mean, I've taken the right. I don't need the right from you. I don't need the right from anybody. I'm taking it.
It's a very important and thought-provoking interview, and the links for the whole interview are going to be down below in the description. Next up, I want to talk about Jenna Jameson. You guys remember her? I do. She used to be a poster girl for Jackson Guitars, and I used to have this as a poster on my room wall. She was so fit. But this week she showed up in a program plugging some book that she now wrote, and she looks awful. I mean, look at the state of that. Like she just woke up and had a cocktail with Prozac, Xanax, Ritalin, and a sprinkle of ketamine, and then went to the studio to do this interview. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, Gina, can I just have a quick word with you here privately? Hi, Gina. How you doing? What happened to you? Really, what happened? You used to be so fine, and now you turn up looking like an overcooked meat popsicle with blonde hair. What the fuck have you done to yourself? With those drugs. Like, I support drugs, but I think you're just taking the piss. Good luck for your book though. The good people at GoPro Camera have released a video of rider Kelly McGarry doing a backflip over a canyon, and the images are awesome. Check this out. Oh, this guy's got balls of steel. But the link to the original video and links to all the stories of today's show are going to be in the description box down below, so make sure to check them out. And that brings us to our question of the day. Would you pay to run from the bulls or try to win a ticket to go to Namibia and shoot a black rhinoceros? I want to know if you would or you wouldn't, and why. Leave your comments down below. While you're down there, hit the favorite button, like it, subscribe to the channel. And that's it for this week's show. My name is Ivan Pereira. You've just been filled in. I will see you next week. Peace.